And I don't know what happened, but one day I just got stepped on too many times, and I had a little moment. And for the past couple of weeks, I mentioned to Deb even a couple weeks ago, I have always been the kind of roll my eyes at the journaling thing. I journaled last week.
Those are the Ruckers. Did
Good
you journal?
girl.
Sorry, those are the Ruckers.
I journaled.
Yeah. Good for you. Journaling is fabulous.
And I even put that as the lead sentence. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm kind of excited, but I'm also rolling my eyes. Let's see if I journal twice. Once was a big deal.
Yep.
And it was a little book. It looked like a mirror. And so I thought, okay, this is my look into myself. This is so I've given it a try. So I'm, for the week, I'm going to try it once a week. But things like, what did I do for my business? What did I do for myself? What did I do for someone else this week? And it was very, very lopsided.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you write it all down.
You were doing something for everybody else and not you.
A lot like Julia. Yeah. And there was one day I was especially challenged. And finally, I spoke up and just stopped everything at the moment that I was feeling kind of underappreciated and a bit. My sister got a divorce, a second divorce, and as she's talking about some of the counseling sessions and therapies, I'm thinking, "Dang, you had it pretty good." I don't know why you left. That sounds better than what I'm doing right now. But I just stopped and I spoke up. And I said, I would like to know what's going on right now. And it was like, the brakes went on. And it changed, for the next 15 minutes. But I'm not going to, I roll over. I roll over too much. And I'm not rolling over anymore.
Good
I
for
used to
you.
think I was strong. I used to think I was independent. I used to think I was my own thinker. And I have been kind of Pavlov's dogs, trained by, kids, job, life, spouse, parents. You're a caregiver. I have senior citizen parents.
Yep.
I have 2 college-age students as children. There's a lot going on. And you get conditioned to bury it a little deeper. Bury it a little, just take it. Just shut up and take it. Here's your opinion. I'm telling you, this is your opinion. Okay, fine. If it keeps the peace, that's my opinion. Not anymore.
Yay!
Good for you.
Good for you.
And there's that.
So that's why I'm here tonight,
Speak
too.
your
I thought I
truth,
could
baby.
go home and I could kind of tidy up and I could clean. I'm going to go down where the girls are and I'm going to do something for... Right before this show started was your thing where you're doing the 1, 2, do this, step 1, do this, step 2, do something for yourself. And I thought... Yeah, and I'm starting. I went out with a friend to the BG Wannabe concert last week.
Nice.
Oh, the BG was good. That was a good concert.
Man, and the State Theater can hold it.
Yes,
the
they
State
can.
Theater is well
yes.
built. If it can hold up to that, then you can go in the balcony of the State Theater and feel safe for the rest of ever. But nope, I'm doing things with the girls once in a while. It's a priority. I'm looking at where my balance is, and yep, it's balanced so far on the other side of me that it's like, and not to sound selfish, but no, I was getting resentful, and I was feeling some contempt, which is really a horrible emotion to feel toward anyone that you supposedly are close to and want to have a relationship with. No, and I wasn't liking myself because I was doing things that I would be mortified. I have told my sister, when my parents are dead, I'll tell you my story. And I can't tell her till
It's
then.
kind of like me telling Deb, you don't have to call me Doc. Here and now, I'm not Doc. I'm Doc during the day. I don't need to be Doc now. For a time, I was Doc. I was Mom. I was wife. I wasn't Julia. I surely wasn't Julia. I lost track of Julia somewhere along the way.
Well, and it's not a woman thing, but we all on our own thing it's a fear of failure because we feel if we take the time for ourselves and don't take care of something, it reflects on us, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. It does not at all. But we think it and we feel it in our hearts. It's like, and then people, like Beth knows stuff. I've talked to her like with my kids. They're just having this very hard time with me. They're thinking like, well, Mom, you're not playing the mom card. You're not doing this. And I go, no, I'm not. I'm good. That's what you want. You're looking at the wrong gal. No, I'm good. I am your mother. I am your friend. I'm here if you need me. But no, good, checking out. And they're not happy, but I'm like, no, that's not my message anymore for me. It sounds and it is very selfish, but I'm all right. I've earned that. I'm okay. I will be better than what, I just kind of keep growing. But it was a lot because you try to keep it all together, and then disappointment after disappointment is.
How about it's self-full instead of selfish? It's self-full.
Right.
Because you get this, you set yourself up so you're taking care of this or taking care of that, and then the reaction is you don't feel appreciated. They didn't do this, and oh my God, I just cooked this meal and nobody's home. They all said they were going to be here. Then it's like, I'm doing this, and this one's, they're sitting on the couch. Jesus, I just worked an 8-hour day, and I just put in 2 loads of laundry, and you're just like, you do. You just keep
that resentful
and that's where all of a sudden, because you want a different reaction, you need a different reaction to keep going, and it just keeps, like you said, the bucket thing. It just gets drained, and the only one filling the bucket is yourself. When you take that little bit of time and you're saying, all right, like you said, you started journaling, Beth. I'm so happy. I love to journal, but it's just that piece, and to make time for and it gives you, like you said, 15 minutes, and it gives you that little bit of something, and you keep, and you're filling. Then you start to fill your bucket, and pretty soon your bucket's full again. Because it's up to us to fill our bucket. If we look at other people as shit, it ain't never going to get full.
Right.
It's going to get. People will take more.
And what else I've noticed? I was like that too. I was a single mom of 2 kids, and I was a real estate agent, so I was working all the time, and the kids were with me, and I was pretty depleted. There were times when I was totally depleted. And when I look at the person I was then and the person, I'm a better friend.
Yep.
This way, I think that I'm more fun, and I'm so proud of Beth because we as women have to take care of each other and make sure that we're not only refilling our own buckets, but we're helping each other fill those buckets too. I think, to me, that's part of being a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and part of being a role model, because also part of where this was going was my daughter's going to be 25 shortly, finished her college degree, getting her first real big girl job.
Yay, I saw it. Congratulations, Carly.
When I think of what I don't even want to say settling, the position I was in at the time between parents, work, spouse, kids, would I wish that on her life? Would I want her to roll over and just sit down and shut up and this is what you're going to do because she felt she had to?
No.
That would break my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
you want more for them.
I have to be better at being a better woman than that.
A better Beth.
For her.
A better caregiver of yourself.
Right. And I just want people that are listening, it's not like you are in the process of taking care of yourself that you're not taking care of your parents, because you are. There's still a priority and always will be, and that. So it's not like you're saying, well, I got to take care of me, so screw all that. It's not it. It's the balance you have to have. And you will get better care for your parents just because you have that balance.
Well, the problem is I'm probably not. I'm doing less for them.
Right, exactly, and it's okay, and they're figuring it out.
I need to do a better job with them.
Yeah, it is. It's quality, not quantity.
And it's not like you have to go on a vacation to Tahiti by yourself.
No,
it's maybe have a good soak in the tub.
Yep.
Maybe get up before everybody else and watch the sunrise and do some yoga. It's whatever your idea of self-care is that makes you feel powerful and loved.
And it is. And saying it. It's like if somebody invites you somewhere and says, hey, do you want to do this? You go, no, tonight's my night. Then I just take time for myself. I am. Oh, what are you doing? And people know. And it's just like, oh. And then they say, can I come? And you go, no, this is my time. Right. It's just my time. I mean, say that a few times to people and they just kind of go, so what do you do? And
or
I go,
maybe going out is my
right. It could be
my
time.
Right.
Instead of I have to get home because I'm expected at home.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I would like to go out. I miss talking with you. I haven't talked with you in a very long time. Yep. I would like to go out with you.
Yeah. Self-care
is, and
it's like you said, full care. I like the word full because it is. It's hard.
You should talk about that on your show.
It's hard to do. It is hard to do. And it's an interesting thing. I took this class not too long ago, and it's just like that. Every morning when you wake up, the message begins with you for the day. And when you walk out your door, you are the message to somebody, something. Driving your car, meeting somebody, you're the message. And what message do you want to send? And I mean, it just is an interesting thing. I had it on my mirror for the longest time. So every time I brush my teeth, it says, I am the message. So instead of just going to Chris as we're both getting up and going in the morning, I'm like, oh, that's not a very good message. That would not make me happy. So I stop what I'm doing and I go, hey, morning. And I look him in the eye, where before you just, what I mean? It is. It's just like, so I am the message. What do what message am I saying out there about who I am, me?
Right.
I'm not a mom. I am Mitzi. People don't know everything about me when you meet somebody. It's a total stranger. What message are you sending?
Right.
You know, if you are like burnt out and overwhelmed and all this, you run into somebody, you know, and you knock down the groceries and it's like, sorry. And it's like, well, the message said like, wow.
Just
She's
like
a-
Deb said. She said, you're nicer now.
Yeah. And you
You're
didn't even
nicer
know that
now.
was the message you were sending, but she now
Right.
sees a whole different than you know,
Right.
because you're taking care of you. It's what message do you want to send when you get up in the day, you
Right.
know?
Do you have
It's gonna get
anything
dark.
to add?
I need to hear how Sandy's.
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, I'm thinking about all the different scenarios here, and I've been to every one of your scenarios. I've been to all of them. But I'm at an age now where I am retired, okay? And I know Deb has said, I don't know if she's laughed at me and she has repeated what I say, it's got to be fun or I don't want to do it.
And I love that. And that's if that was everybody's attitude, how much more fun would we have?
I know, and I like to do a lot of community work, a lot of volunteer, and it is fun because I'm meeting new people. I've met a lot of nice people.
But it's because you want to.
It's because
Not
I want
'cause
to
you
do it.
feel like you have
Right.
to.
But I mean, I've been in the trap where I've been raising kids. I've worked and, you know, sales and deadlines and all of that. So I know all your scenarios. I've been there. And it seems like every decade
It's different.
is
Yes.
different.
Oh,
and
yes.
I've
Yes.
changed my mind
Yep.
Yay.
about different things. And it's always been that way. It's like, oh, yeah, you know. So every decade's been different.
Something different is important, more important. Every decade has priorities, and
Right.
you know, because when my kids were little, that was most important.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was most important, that I was there as much as I could for them.
Right, right.
Now they're 15, 18, and 20. They don't care if mom's there or not.
Well, my
so
kids
much,
are 42
you know?
and 45, so they're moms now and going through a lot of different changes because they have smaller kids and that type of thing, and I can see what they're going through. I know my daughter, when she first got married, she was mowing the grass and everything, and I looked at her and I said, whatever you start is going to end up being your job. And she always looked at me crazy like that, and now she says, I know what you meant, Mom. I do it once, then it's my job. Some things I just never started to do, like mow the grass. I've never mowed the grass because if I did it once, it would have became my job.
Hey, that's the best
So,
advice I ever heard.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
in my book too. There's
Is it?
there's things that men want to do, and you have to let them. You don't have to take over every job.
You
Right.
don't. You know.
Right.
I used to think I had to.
Right.
Right, and that's it. That's filling our
It's-
own
it's-
bucket. That's how
right,
we think if we do it all, it fills our bucket
And then
for
that's
us. You know,
when
like,
that
I got a full
resentment
bucket.
starts.
I did all this. Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
you think in your head, I'm doing all this. I'm doing everything. What's he doing?
Oh, everybody
Yeah.
loves me. I did
Right.
this.
I've
I
been
did
there.
that. Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
there, but like I said, I've been all
Yeah.
all across the board. But you get to an age where you can relax a little more and you can enjoy life more.
And be
Not to-
yourself.
but not to
Be
say that
really
I don't
you.
have bad days. I do have bad days.
Right.
Sometimes
It's
bad
life.
years,
But your hair always looks good.
does it really?
Yeah.
And the good news is the older you get, the quicker those years fly by.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
even if you have a
gosh.
bad year,
It
that's
goes
only
quick.
like,
Yeah.
what,
Oh,
2 weeks?
thanks. Yeah.
3 weeks? We're
well,
good.
You can't remember what day it is, so you're good. Right. The year could go by and you could be like, oh,
You know, things are all in the eye of the beholder. Like Deb said, my hair always looks good. I don't think it always looks good, but I try. And sometimes I don't comb it; I just fluff it. You know,
There you go.
Depends.
yeah.
And the summer hats are too
Deb
hot.
actually always thinks her hair looks bad.
I know. She
I
does.
wrote a speech once about. I'm going to have to give you that speech once because you'll think it's really funny. It's called "Lessons I Learned from My Hair."
I love that. You told me a little bit about it
Yeah.
once. I love it.
One is always be yourself. Don't let other people control you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
My hair controls itself.
You know,
Exactly.
like when you talk about like doing the lawn and then it becomes your own, the one thing for me is that it's always my choice. Nobody makes it my own. So if I choose to mow the lawn one time, it doesn't make my own. I made that choice.
Well, I made
So-
the choice not to.
Right, and that's good. That's what I mean. But it is. It's like, and I've mowed the lawn, and I know I hate mowing the lawn. I hate it. I have mowed the lawn, and I'm thinking I'm doing a great favor and stuff, but next week or 2 weeks, I don't have to mow it again.
and
That's
you know
a
what?
choice.
Other people don't.
It's
They don't pick up on that. Like,
Yeah.
if I mow the lawn, I'm like expecting a pat on the back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
maybe a smack on the butt and tell me what a great
Great,
wife
yeah,
I was.
yeah.
Because he don't care.
No.
He's like, he don't even mention it. He's
Right.
like,